Hello, Leo. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot. This is going to be a weekly reading for you from March 22nd through the 29th for all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So this is March 22nd through the 29th of 2020. And I just want to thank you so much to everyone who's continued to subscribe and watch my channel and like and comment. And I hope you're all hanging in there. I know there's definitely a disparity throughout the country and the level of restrictions. I'm in a more restrictive state right now, so I do understand some of you are probably feeling a little bit isolated, but know that we're all connected, okay? We're all connected through the same universal energy. And also, too, if you're new to my channel, I hope you do subscribe, and if you hit the bell, you'll be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. So especially right now because I am working from home. So anyway, we're going to do a weekly reading, and then next week I'll be back to give you a monthly reading for April 2020, okay? So here we go. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we're going to go day by day, starting with Sunday. So Sunday, you've got the Queen of Swords. Monday, the Four of Cups. Tuesday, the Nine of Pentacles. Wednesday, the Six of Cups. Thursday, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Friday, you've got the King of Pentacles. Saturday, you've got Strength. And then on Sunday, you've got the Page of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ace of Wands here. So really lovely energy. Right off the bat, I get two things. I think some of you are concerned about money, but know that it will be okay. Anytime we see this infinity symbol, that is always a symbol from the universe of infinite abundance. So know that the universe will bring things into you, and you do have an offer coming. I think for some of you, this isolation and time away, you've got an ex who's thinking about you big time. But let's begin here with Sunday. And at the end, I'm going to give you an Ask and It Is Given card from Abraham Hicks. So Sunday, it's like no BS. I think that this energy that's around us right now is wearing on a lot of people. And we have to be careful. You know, there's sort of the Queen of Swords says what she thinks. She's not afraid to speak her mind. But sometimes we are better off with using or exercising the restraint of pen and tongue. You know, at this time, people are not themselves. And so I think we have to be somewhat judicious. It doesn't need to be said and doesn't need to be said by me. Those are the two questions I tend to ask myself. Now, if somebody's kind of pushing you, you may decide, no, it does need to be said because I can't deal with this right now, or I don't want any more of this. And that may be, you know, appropriate for that situation. But I do think for you, you're just going to have kind of there's a little bit of an edge here. I don't feel like you're going to I don't feel like it's a person necessarily coming on. I feel like it's more within you and just being a little bit edgy. So that's your guidance with that. So then Monday, you're kind of to yourself. It's like that energy carries through a little bit. And I do think you've got offers coming in, but you're just not that interested. You don't want to be around people who are low vibrational, they're negative, that kind of a thing. I think you are going to be able to manage your energy fine so that that kind of energy will clear itself out. I had somebody call me this morning who was not in a very good place, and I was busy when they called. And sometimes I think the universe does that for us. I was, in fact, live streaming a workout from the gym that I'm part of, and so my phone just put them into, actually didn't even let them leave a message, so they texted saying I couldn't get through. And then they called later and they were better. But I do feel like sometimes the universe delays that for us because we're just not a vibrational match. And it's kind of like this, like, well, I see your cup, but I'm just not that interested in it. I do feel like your energy starts to shift quite a bit here by Tuesday. And this is the single lady card. You may be doing a little bit of online shopping. Or for some of you, if you've been concerned about money, I do think you're going to get an answer midweek about income that will be getting paid to you and having additional resources coming forward, especially with the Ace of Wands too. But you have a strong indicator of an ex who wants to come back here too. And I think for those of you that's the case, they see you as, this is the single lady card. So you might not be dating anyone right now, but they see you as just a beautiful beautiful person inside and out, and they realize that whatever they thought they were going to find, or whatever the problem was, if they were restless within themselves, that's what it feels like. They were restless within themselves and blamed the relationship, only to figure out the problem was with them and them. It wasn't really with you and them. But they would certainly like to come back. And it's like, they behold your beauty, right? This opulent woman in this beautiful garden, and she's surrounded by pentacles. This is somebody who doesn't have a care in the world. And here we go. Here is the return of the X card on Wednesday. So the Six of Cups, again, this is about a nostalgic feeling. So somebody that has a sentimental longing here. And I do feel like it's towards you, and they are very interested in you. There's a little bit of an immature energy here, though, with this and the Page of Cups together. That some of this may be their cabin fever, where they may not be quite ready for you, but they are interested. And I think that could be connected, too, to the Four of Cups to some extent, that they're interested, but you're not going to be quite sure. Now, you're kind of wondering, by the time Thursday rolls around, like, what's next? What's coming next? You've put in the time, you've put in the work. We're seeing money bobbing all over the place. I had I had exchanged some U.S. money for euros. And of course, our rates are plummeting, right? Their rates are plummeting. So I'm losing money because our U.S. dollar is becoming more valuable over there. So I'm just kind of sitting here with all these euros, and I know that it'll come back around. I'm not too worried about it, but it's like, oh, great. And it's kind of that feeling like, okay, I did all this, now what? And there may be some other things too for those of you that maybe are getting support from someone like alimony or child support. You're kind of curious about their job situation and if that's going to be stable. But then the King of Pentacles comes through. And this is Friday for you. This is a much more stable energy financially. Even with some of you, you may be finding if there's been some temporary layoffs at work, they're going to be bringing people back because there's a shortage, a supply shortage, or some kind of a shortage where they need people to come in and work, and that may be you. This is also, too, I feel like you could have somebody around you who gives you good advice financially about just looking at your finances, shoring some things up. Certainly a lot of us are not driving a whole lot right now, and the price of gas is quite lower than it's been in a long time. So in any event, you do have good people around you. You might even have somebody who comes in and gives you money, that they have extra money, and it could be something like someone older who has a lot of money, and this is for somebody. They're going to offer some money up because they don't need it, and they're fine with, helping out other people. So take it if it's offered. So by Saturday, you're beginning to realize that you have a lot to offer and that you're stable. This is, I don't know if I mentioned this, but we've got air, water, earth, fire, and Leo too here. So, you know who you are, Leo. And I do feel like your energy that leveled up, uplifting energy comes through, especially once we hit, Tuesday in the reading. It just goes right through to the end of the reading here, and where you've had to have some patience and some tolerance, and it may be of people and certainly of some of the changes that we're dealing with here. But by Sunday, you do have an offer that's coming in, and you have it in two different ways here. Okay, again, we're reconciliation. The Ace of Wands, as far as a reconciliation is concerned, that's a yes. You will definitely be offered something from this person. And the Page of Cups too, he comes bearing an offer, right? See the fish in the cup? So I definitely think you're going to get an offer. For some of you, it's going to be work where they're going to offer to have you come back in if you've been off and been uncertain, or they're going to be paying you in some way. There's financial stability coming forward. But I also, like I said, with a reconciliation, if you're asking, the answer to that is for sure yes. If you're interested in it. I know some of you are going, this is not my reading, I don't want them back. I also, too, don't get the feeling that this is from a very long time ago. This isn't somebody from 10 years ago. It's somebody like within the last year or so. Here is an Abraham Hicks Ask and It Is Given card. Now they're offering, Abraham Hicks sent me an email today. They're offering like these online workshops in place of the regular workshops. I have not looked into it very much, but they look intriguing. So if you're interested in law of attraction, they are with a cost, but there's several of them. So anyway, I am becoming consciously aware of my inner being. We refer to that non-physical you as your inner being or your source. It is not important what you call that source of energy or life force, but it is important that you are consciously aware of when you are allowing a full connection to it and when you are restricting it in some way. So whenever we're uncomfortable, it's because we see something differently than the source within us sees it. That's all that is. And when I recognize my own discomfort, I immediately, look at what do I need to release. I've got resistance here that I need to release in order to move forward and to find those better feeling thoughts. So I hope you're all well out there, and I so appreciate you again watching my channel, and I'll be back in a week for your April 2020 reading. Love you guys.